Okay, sweet eats today is a Ataulfo mango, product of Mexico. It says Bella. That might be the grower or whatever. Ataulfo, Mexico. It kind of has a yellow-green outer skin. We'll see what color the flesh is. This choice is inspired by YouTuber YB. So I'm going to link in the video description to YouTube channel YB Chang Biste. Okay, and I'll do a mention to the channel, which at least currently, so I'm filming this Monday for March 2024. I am Tanis Leonhardi. This is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. I am Tanis Corley Leonhardi. This is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. So at least currently, the mention provides a link to the YouTube channel per YouTube. And then I'm going to link to a video, which was a vlog that included footage from her trip to Mexico in February 2024. So last month, she went and she made a vlog. And so I'll link to that video. This is inspired by that because for all we know, missing footage from that vlog includes her and her friend or friends picking mangoes, Ataulfo mangoes from the trees in Mexico. Okay, so there we go. That's the inspiration. And I've had mango on this channel in a number of products and I guess forms then too. But time to come around to a mango. And so there we go. I'll put links to some related items in the video description, as well as a typifying dislikers playlist in my video from earlier this same morning where I talk about a current disliker who's rampaging on my videos, fueled by their hatred of Josh Kerr in Scotland, which is like, so this is actually a type. Oh, so an update, they did dislike that video that I put out where I called out the type and provided the example, right? So YouTube doesn't provide me individualizing information, right? Like I just kind of thing that can be found out through other avenues, however, like on platform kind of thing. And so they did dislike it, which I accurately predicted. And did they dislike the video I made as trailer as well? They're very predictable and very temperamental. I will say this is actually a YouTuber type, so where they come in fueled by hate for one thing, and then they like go to a bunch of videos before, a bunch of videos directly before and directly after, and kind of thing. I've actually dealt with this YouTuber type 3 to 4 times approximately before this most recent and ongoing occurrence. Yeah. This is how I eat a mango. That's the inside. Yeah, so I guess you get to see how I eat mangoes. It's a little bit different than a lot of people. So I start by slicing off the outside. Anything else about the disliker before I weird you guys out with how I eat my mangoes? So I've dealt with this before. What I find actually slightly curious with this disliker type, there's a bunch of different disliker types. This should go into the typifying dislikers playlist to document frequency and type. A curious thing, it makes me a little bit curious maybe perhaps about the YouTube algorithm and how it treats dislikes and dislikers, so I've had this happen a number of times on my channel, Tanis Leonhardi, before. Curiously, they have not overlapped with each other to date, meaning they're literally the only person disliking the video. So it's literally just like one person and one dislikes. And sometimes they'll remove the dislikes, you know, gaslighting the creator kind of thing. I was like, well, I was here when you disliked it, so it doesn't change anything. And maybe I should put out a video next time in video form to document what was disliked, especially if they remove the dislike. Okay, so here's what the mango looks like now. The skin is removed, so it's a yellow flesh. And here is the skin with a little bit on it. So what I do is I go how me, Tanis Leonhardi, eats mango. And has for over 15 years. So they're alone in their disliking. It was an interesting one, and I bring up the algorithm because I wonder then if the algorithm actually works to protect creators from this particular type of disliker. Yes? Alright, I love you guys! Stay safe, have fun! They're going to the bank and then the grocery store. My parents, who I live with. So there you go, a little bit about the disliker. Now something related to the mango. So you can see my teeth grooves. Or, if you can see, there's teeth grooves. And if you can't see, there's teeth grooves. Alright, on the inner side of the skin. When was the last time I went to Mexico? Over 15 years ago. And I went as part of a mission trip to the Yucatan Peninsula. And we helped build a turkey farm and a medical clinic in a rural village in Libre Union. Yeah. And we also helped build a cinder block house in a beach community somewhere else. But I don't actually remember the name of that place. And we got to go to church, and the service was in Spanish. You know, okay, so if somebody's Mexican, it means they're of what? Spanish descent. Right, Latino refers to Latin, which is of the Iberian Peninsula, which is Spain and Portugal. Not to be confused with people who are Native American, who are of North and South America by ancestral origins. Yeah. All right, so now I cut off bigger slices. That's something, all right, in Spanish comes from Spain and Portuguese comes from Portugal. And that's something in my life, like if somebody's Cuban or Chilean, right, they know, that's not something that those people have ever confused with being Native American. Okay. Per my life experience. So, if somebody says they're a proud Latino, just trust that they know what that means. Because in my experience, okay, is that advice? I have not experienced people confusing that. Native Americans are rare in North America as well as Central America as well as South America. And I'll say, Latinos tend to be very proud of their conquistador history, man. They came with the horses. They like their version of colonization and conquering of peoples better than the English and stuff. And the French. Alright, the French would be like Canada. Or was it the Commonwealth, and now it's the French. That kind of stuff. As someone of both Native American and English ancestry, I appreciate that I was able to learn at least one of my languages of my ancestors in school. We also had to take another language, which they had a Spanish, French, and Japanese, and I was like, I'm none of those things. And we had language requirements, and I was like, how? That's so unfair. But then some people have to learn English, and they're not English by ancestry. The Tanis Leonhardi way to eat a mango. So the outer flesh is like a 60 out of 10. The inner flesh is like a 20 out of 10. I lost some of its flavor closer to the pit. This is a mango pit with a bunch of my teeth marks on it. So, what's the average there? More flesh away from the pit, so 54 out of 10. Volumetrically. So, there we go. That was very tasty. A little bit of story time about this YouTube channel and me. There we go. All right. Happy sweet eats of Ataulfo mango. It's filming this Monday, 4 March 2024. I'm Tanis Leonhardi. It's my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi, at least currently. And thank you for joining me whenever you are viewing this and wherever you're viewing this from.